It's Jenny. I haven't been on YouTube in 3 years, I think. A lot of stuff has gone on, and a lot of things are different from my previous posts that I used to make about like my anxiety and my agoraphobia and things like that. As you can see, maybe I'm not in my bedroom like I usually am. My mom and I moved about like 40 minutes away, if that, into a house, and been here for about 2 years, a little over 2 years, and I love it. It's really nice being in a house and having your own backyard, and I don't know, it's just, it made a big change in me. When I moved here, I still had agoraphobia and panic attacks, and I was still, popping my Xanax like crazy. And then I think what happened was I was forced to have to drive and like get out of the house because my mom had my kitty. My mom had an accident. She fell and she hurt her knee, and she was in this brace and she couldn't drive. So I had to drive every day an hour away, drive her to work in the morning, and then pick her up and drive her home. So I didn't drive, but it was the only option that she had. So I had to do it, and every day I would drive and I would get panic attacks. And it sucked. But I think from constantly having to do that for, I'd say, about a good 2.5 months every day, well, Monday through Friday, it kind of got me into the habit of driving, and it was kind of like an exposure therapy, I guess you could say. So I still have trouble driving, sometimes, alone. But the things that have changed the most is like I've gone through a lot of analyzing my previous videos that I've made, and I watched the first one that I made, and sorry, my cat's all up in this area. And I think the most shocking thing was when I made my first video and I reached over and grabbed my bottle of Xanax, and I like clutched it so close to me like it was the best thing in the world. Well, shortly after that I stopped making videos because I went into like a pretty severe tolerance withdrawal. I was having hallucinations. I had like mini seizures. I was always in the hospital. Things got really bad, but I was taking so much of it, I couldn't keep upping my dose, because essentially all that would bring me back would be into tolerance, withdrawal again, which is where your body builds up the tolerance to the medication that you're taking, and benzos are very well known for doing that. I mean, they're only supposed to be used for 2 to 4 weeks at a very low dose. And I've been on them for 11, 12 years straight of my life, and I mean, at the most I was taking like 10 milligrams of Xanax a day. It was just ridiculous that I thought that was like the thing that like saved me. And a lot of people, well, I mean, not a lot of people, but some people say that they think that it did because they think that if I never was prescribed that medication, that I probably would have ended up dying on my own terms. Of course, I was pretty bad. But the thing is that I guess I have to take, if I want to take it like that, I have to take the good of it helping me out for a short time with the bad, which is now. Yeah, I mean, when I took the Xanax, I was able to, like, calm my panic attacks down, but, when I was put on it, I was young, and I was never given any coping skills. I was just thrown on this medication, so that's all I knew, how to deal with my panic attacks and my anxiety, was just to pop a pill, and then, soon it would, kind of get better, and coping skills just didn't work anymore. Like, I tried, but my brain was just like, take a pill, that's what you should do, because that's what I'm used to. So, as of now, I'm not going to make this into a very detailed video about what's going on and what I'm doing, but kind of just a small, like, update, I guess, because I can't sleep for shit. I have really bad insomnia. I am now, I would say about a year and a half, maybe a year and a half, into a taper of getting off of my Benzo, and Xanax has a short half-life, so I found this group online that's really wonderful and helped me figure out a taper plan for me, because dry cutting pills was too much for my body. I would go into really bad withdrawals, and it was just absolutely horrible. I won't get into, like, all the side effects that how I had to deal with, but it was awful. So I crossed over to Valium, which has a longer half-life than the Xanax does. So it lasts more throughout my body, throughout the day, and it kind of keeps me more stable. What taper program I'm doing is called liquid titration. So I have to keep a journal of what I'm doing. I'll probably post a video of, like, the process of how I make my medication, and show you guys kind of what I do. It's weird. The first time I did this, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing, but basically I'm taking my pills and dissolving them into milk, because Valium can only break down and, like, compound together into whole milk. So I make that into one jar and let that dissolve, and then I mix it, and then I disperse that evenly into 3 jars, and I take another pill. So I started out a year and a half ago at 60 milligrams a day of Valium, and now I'm at just under 37 milligrams of Valium. So I haven't even hit my halfway point, and it's been, over a year. It's been a slow process, and I'll have extremely bad days, and some days will be good, but it's just really hard, because you are constantly, in almost like a withdrawal state. You have to get to that stable, like, your stable state, which is different for everybody. mine is being able to get up and, you know, do things around the house. That's when I know I'm stable. If I'm, you know, laying on the couch all day feeling absolutely miserable, then I know I'm not stable. There are times where you can go into, you know, interdose withdrawal, which has happened to me a couple times, where you hold on your medication, you so I use like syringes to pull out like milliliters, and I'll make a video about it. But the process is hard. It is worth it though, because even though I'm not halfway there, 30 milligrams will be my halfway point. I'm at a point right now where it's going to be really hard, so I had to slow down my reduction rate. I can't express how much I wish I was never put on a benzo, because it has taken away so many years of my life, and I can look back and the things that I can remember are just not positive memories. They're bad, and that's why if anybody ever talks about, you know, Xanax, Valium, Klonopin, Ativan, all the benzos, you know, I am so adamant about speaking my mind about that medication. It's so addicting. It ruins lives. It ruins friendships. It ruins relationships. It's ruined a lot of things for me in my life, and I basically have me, you know. I can't have anybody else fix me but myself. And there are days when I just want to give up and not want to do it, but the thing that really keeps me going, of course, is my son Nathan. You know, I want to just give up and like, oh God, I just can't handle this. I can't take this. I'm not strong enough anymore. You know, too weak. If you can tell, like, I am just drained right now. I have been. And yeah, but I guess I'll talk more about just, you know, my tapering process in one video and not kind of be all over the place, because that's kind of how my brain works right now. I'm all over the place, and it's hard to put words to sentences and form something that makes sense anymore. It's really messed with my brain. So just a quick update on my son. He is going to be 4 in January, and he is so smart. He's so funny. Hopefully maybe I'll get a video of him one day. He is the best thing that has ever happened to me in my life, and he doesn't know it, and he'll probably never know it, but you know, he's my rock, you know. He keeps me smiling. He keeps me alive, you know. He's what keeps me going. So, I mean, that's just like a little update about what's kind of going on right now. It's crazy that it's been this long. So, I will probably make another video soon. And I'll plan it out better, because I just turned my camera on and just pressed record. So, yeah, like, I don't know. So, I will probably make a video within the next couple days, and I don't know which topic it'll be about. Maybe more about benzos, because I really am more of the type of person to now be more active on the dangers of benzos rather than trying to promote them by like hugging them to my chest thinking they're a gift from God. You know, they're not. They're hell. So I hope to see you guys and talk to you guys, because you know, my last videos I got in contact with a lot of people and talked to them, and it was great. And it was great to talk to other people. So it was nice to be able to connect that way just through YouTube. I never would have expected it. So yeah. Okay, guys. Have a good day, and see you soon. And my kitty says bye because she's been here the whole time. But she's mean. She's mean. She's crazy. Okay, bye guys.